My grandfather used to warn me about La Llorona when I was a child. He said if I ever heard a woman crying near the river after dark, I should cover my ears and walk away. Do not answer her, do not follow her, and never let her know you heard her. I thought it was just a story. Years later, after my grandfather died, I returned to the town where he was born. His old house sat near a cemetery, and behind the cemetery was the river he used to talk about. I stayed there alone while sorting through his belongings. On the first night, I could not sleep. Around midnight, I stepped outside and walked toward the river to clear my head. That was when I heard crying. A woman was sobbing somewhere beyond the trees. The sound was soft at first, almost hidden beneath the water. Then I heard her whisper, "Mis hijos," my children. I stopped breathing. I knew the legend, everyone did. But knowing a story is different from hearing it in the dark. I turned to leave, but the crying moved closer. Not footsteps, not branches snapping, just grief drifting through the trees toward me. Then I saw her. She stood at the riverbank in a long white dress, her head bowed, her black hair covering her face. Moonlight touched the water around her feet, but her reflection was wrong. In the river, she was not looking down. She was looking at me. I should have run. Instead, I whispered, "Are you okay?" The crying stopped. Slowly, she lifted her head. Her face stayed hidden behind wet hair, but I felt her watching me. Then she said, "You can hear me." I ran back to the house and locked the door. Every light inside flickered. From the hallway mirror, I heard water dripping onto the floor. When I looked, the glass was fogged from the inside. A pale hand wiped the mirror clear. Behind my reflection stood the woman in white. I spun around. The hallway was empty. Then her voice whispered from the mirror, "Where are my children?" I did not sleep that night. By morning, I told myself grief had done something to my mind. I packed my bag and decided to leave before sunset. But when I opened my car door, the back seat was soaked with river water. Muddy handprints covered the windows from the inside. On the seat was my grandfather's rosary. I had left it in the house. That evening, an old neighbor saw me outside and asked if I had heard crying by the river. I did not answer, but she knew. She told me my grandfather had heard La Llorona once when he was young. She came closer to his house every night for a week. "Your grandfather survived," she said, "because he never answered her." My stomach dropped. I had answered. That night, I locked every door and covered every mirror. At midnight, the crying began outside my window. Soft at first, then louder, closer. The glass fogged over. Small wet handprints appeared one by one on the outside. Then came 3 slow knocks at the front door. A woman's voice whispered, "I know you're in there." The crying moved from window to window, circling the house. The sheets covering the mirrors began to darken with water. From beneath the fabric, her voice whispered again, "You heard me." The front door opened by itself. Cold river air flooded the hallway. She stood on the porch in her soaked white dress, her hair hiding her face. Behind her, in the darkness, I heard splashing. Small hands hitting water. Children laughing where there should have been no children at all. She reached one pale hand toward me and said, "Come help me find them." I held up my grandfather's rosary and shouted the only words I could think of. "They are not here." The house shook. The crying became a scream so full of rage and sorrow that every window cracked at once. The woman lifted her head, and for 1 second, I saw her face. It was not empty. It was endless. Like every river at midnight was hiding behind her eyes. Then she was gone. I left before sunrise and never went back. But some nights, when it rains, I wake up to the smell of river water. My windows fog from the inside. And written across the glass, always in dripping letters, are 4 words. You answered me once.